PublicNemesisMedia.
Good afternoon and welcome. How are you guys doing? Phil from Public Nemesis Media here. First of all, I want to wish you a happy new 2025, as well as every other holiday that's going around during this time. Thank you very much for your support, because this is, after all, a members only video, and because you guys have been helping me a lot keeping this channel going, I want to give you a special video for you guys in regards to what's gonna happen, or at least what I have planned for this year. I did receive questions back in December, or what are you planning to do? Is there gonna be this video or that video? And there's a lot of stuff, so I figured it's better to just give you guys an entire video where I discuss a bit everything. So I am working on stuff right now. Definitely, I'm writing scripts for the upcoming videos, and you guys can expect already at least one new video in this January. So yeah, I'm working a lot of stuff. I can't promise anything because I don't know where life is gonna take me. What other work I have to do, but I'm just saying I don't want to jinx myself. But yeah, I have a lot of plans. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. So yeah, let's get started a bit. Well, first I want to say is that this year I'm gonna be filled with videos that are not exactly the type of videos that I make, but it's not really that far away from it. So the channel name is called Public Nemesis Media. It's basically like a channel that's supposed to question mainstream narratives. As I said in my about page, about tab, what is it called? I don't even know. When you click about, that's kind of like basically the stuff I see some things, and they're propagated by the media, the politicians, a lot of people, and they're just straight up false. So I decided to give my 2 cents a bit on why I believe they are wrong, with objective analyses and facts and sources and all that. I mean, I can't really do much. I'm just an ordinary guy, I know I'm not that important, but I believe that you gotta do something, So do something instead of just sitting around and complaining. That's basically a big motto. And if people start thinking like that, one by one, that group kind of becomes bigger and bigger, and all of a sudden you can show the world that what you have been told was not really true. And that's why there's gonna be a lot of stuff that other subjects that I actually planned with before, but I only, up until now, I didn't work on them because I felt like doing some other stuff, especially about Macedonia. And speaking of which, don't you worry, there is going to be videos in regards to Macedonia this year, so you will get to hear my weird way of saying the word Macedonia. Meowcedonia. Macedonia. So, alright, I'm not gonna leave you guys hanging. So first thing is gonna be a video titled, Should We Bring Back Yugoslavia? Basically, I will go to that. The title is pretty explanatory. Some people have been wishing for that Yugoslavia to return, or some sort of Balkan Federation, I guess, some sort of country that unites all these Balkan countries, and I'm gonna address a bit that part, and alongside with the no longer existing Yugoslavia. And here's a little spoiler: the answer is a big hard no. We should not bring that country back. We should not be making any sort of new federation. And you're gonna see my points, but I'm actually very concerned with the people who go around saying, oh, if we just do this, we just do that, then magically it will work. And I'm gonna tell you right now, no, it will not, and I will explain why. That is one thing. Next thing I got in planned is a little bit going around what's going on in the world, and there have been videos, not by me, but by some other YouTubers, and they're quite big YouTubers. I won't name them, but those are in regards to the situation that's going around in Western Europe, and you can see Canada, United States, that part of the Western world, and it's a topic about them being flooded with immigrants and some other stuff, the economic situation and the results that's going on with the change. And there's those people that concern me, because a lot of them are thinking that's deserved, or they're even celebrating that fact. And I don't think that's, first of all, that's not morally right. And I know I'm not Mr. Moral Man here, but come on, why do you want to celebrate something like that? And also they have another thing is that they have a really incorrect view of what's going on, because the West is not going through a downfall. It is changing, but it's not, and I will address that in the video. Basically my point is, what gain do I get, over here from I don't know, some guy in France or the United Kingdom going through some hard times, and him having problems with his government, or the immigrants cannot fit in with the society and all that, and how am I supposed to feel better about that? Like, my main point is gonna be, the countries that that oppress the world, because that's kind of the reason why those people celebrate the quote unquote downfall of the West. Those same governments are doing that oppression to their own people, and a lot of people that do celebrate that dismiss or just are not aware of that situation. It's kind of why I always differentiate between government and people. I even say a lot of those YouTubers, for example, are like super critical of the American foreign policy, going around the world spreading democracy and all that. But a lot of them dismiss, for example, that the American soldiers actually go through, a lot of PTSD. Once their service is done, the government just throws them away. Like, I don't give a damn about you. And so a lot of them end up hopeless. A lot of them end up dying from suicide. A lot of them live horribly, with PTSD. They have a tough time finding, new jobs, and the government just doesn't care. They just get a bunch of new suckers, a bunch of 18-year-olds, kids. They're barely adults, and they say, "Who cares about you? We have a new generation. We're just gonna send them, across the world and they do our dirty work, and then they will go, for the same stuff that you guys are going. But we don't give a damn, because we're gonna get all the money and stuff. War is very profitable after all." So I'm just giving that as an example, but that's gonna be basically the main message. First, West is not downfalling. It's actually, the stuff is working very well for them. It's those same elites they're like oppressing the world and all that. They are the same ones that are celebrating also those floods of migrants in our countries, because they have a lot of cheap workforce, and they can stay in their countries, take their resources, and now they're taking their own workers, and that's all that's all like working in favor. So you can see they don't care about their own people. They don't care about those other people. So why should I be happy that the West is going through a downfall? Again, it's not, but like it's more about the system and all that. If you're a pro-Westerner guy, that's totally fine. But I have a problem with those pro-Westerners who are like zealots in sort of like their behavior. They think that it doesn't do anything ever wrong. That there's always like democracy, progressivism, and of course, if you dare to criticize any of that, then immediately they jump on you and saying, "Oh, you're against the civilization. How much money is Putin paying you? You must be a Chinese bot or something." Even though I never say anything positive about the Russian or the Chinese government, it's basically like I'm sorry, and I have a problem. I have a big problem with their way of thinking. Anyone who in any way tries to criticize or go against that system is a threat to their society or somehow, and that also leads to a lot of chauvinistic narratives. Some of them do work for media like Al Jazeera or Radio Liberty Europe, and they spread their god awful takes. They're indoctrinating other pro-Western, even those who are not zealots. They're trying to indoctrinate them, and that's something that I know is those, and they're hiding behind progressivism, tolerance, being civilized, how they say, and I roll my eyes at it. So you're gonna see what I think about that in that upcoming video. So there's gonna be more subjects in the same vein. I'm gonna make a video about, also planning to make a video in regards to what I call corporate leftism. So I guess if you watched my videos so far, you will see that in general my politics, or my, I guess, what do I call it, that spectrum, my position on the political spectrum is left-wing. I am a leftist a bit, but, and we do joke around in the leftist circle about how we are divided and all that, but really I believe that the mainstream left that is being promoted by the corporations really is like a parody of leftist politics, and you know what I mean. The kind of stuff that the big corporations and government support. For example, let's go support Black Lives Matter, and if you don't support it, you're anti-black. It doesn't matter that throughout the entire existence of that organization, not a single black neighborhood was helped, not a single black kid out there got finances to go through school, get education. The position of the black community has not gotten better at all. There's no police reforms, but who cares? We support BLM, and if it actually it helps someone, help that one person who claims to be a Marxist, and she got enough money to buy 5 houses and something like that. It's true, you can Google it. Google BLM activist buys Marxist, self-proclaimed Marxist buys multiple houses. And I guess the main message is gonna be the corporation is supposed putting that their own form of leftism, and ultimately the goal is to divide people, make them focus on these issues with solutions that never work, just keep them around, and the real problems of society, you're gonna just push them aside. and that's really the whole point. Don't solve anything and just keep moving, and the idiots are gonna be, oh, we're helping, we're donating money, look how big they are. There's actually, I heard this quote. There's this guy on YouTube who I discovered recently called Rageaholic. He also goes by Razor Fist. He one video, although sadly he privated it by now. So, but I remember him clearly saying, the big problem that I have with the left is that they're trying to solve some social issues by voting people into power. If those social problems are getting them reelected, why would they want them solved? That's a very well explained. It's very well explained. That's all I had to say. So that's gonna be another topic. There's gonna be more around some, I guess you can call it miscellaneous stuff. For example, another video that I plan to make. So I made a video back in August about Bogomilism, and one of the commenters recommended a book with Bogomil legends, and I actually found it online. I got to read it, and there's a section about some story about the creation of the world, and it's a completely different story compared to the one in the video. Like, this is a completely different religion, quite to be honest, and I read it, and I unironically thought it was hilarious. Legit, it was. I'm gonna name the video "Funniest Creation Story Ever." It's actually based on some story that I found in that book. It's gonna be fun and completely different from, if you've seen that Bogomil video, it's completely different in the way how they viewed the world was created. So it's gonna, yeah. There's gonna be stuff, but I find that stuff interesting. It's a part of that Balkan history that it's not very discussed a lot, and I found those real Bogomil beliefs that I read about. So I found them to be very, very close to the teachings of Jesus Christ. Let's just say it like that. But I'm not gonna focus too much on those religion discussions because that is one topic that I don't really like discussing and arguing over. If there's really one thing that I don't like arguing with people, it's religion and religious beliefs. Honestly, you guys can believe whatever you want. I'm not gonna, or not believe in anything at all as well, and I'm not gonna judge you for it. I don't think anybody should. You can believe, I believe that you have your own reasons why you believe in a certain religion, and that's totally fine. That's basically like the point. So the whole arguing about which religion is the right religion, or if there is a God or not, like, I'm not gonna be one of those people who go around saying, "Oh, there is a God. There is definitely. You're dumb if you don't believe like that." I'm sorry, I can't really argue with that. So I'm gonna keep that bit to a minimum. Gonna be honest, and if I do get to talk about it, it's gonna be simply what the sources say, like the explanation, instead of just just adding like my opinions or my viewpoints to it. I'm just gonna present it exactly the way that it is. So that's another topic. Then there's gonna be, of course, we can't also forget videos about the Balkans. There are some Balkan countries that I also want to more talk about. For example, have a video that is about why, for example, Bosnia and Herzegovina is divided in two entities. One is the Federation of Bosnia and Herzegovina, and the other one is Republic of Srpska. And I'm gonna explain it to people why it's divided the way that it is, and give a little background. What the back in like 91, 92, what the Bosniaks wanted, the Muslims, and what the Serbs wanted, and how that goes. And ultimately, the message is gonna be: this is a compromise. A multi-ethnic, diverse country of Bosnia that was always a bit crazy. Even like during World War II, if you read it, I'm sure that you did somewhat read about it, because there's a bit that interest. So ultimately the message is going to be it's a compromise, and I would just kind of leave it at that immediately, like the way that it is. Leave Bosnia the way that it is right now in the system. Trying to break it away or trying to centralize it is gonna ruin it completely. It's gonna ruin the people. So leave it the way that it is. It's gonna be an ultimate message. And of course, there's gonna be videos about Macedonia, a lot of them. I think it may still remain. Because I have a lot of stuff in plan. I'm still thinking maybe it can be like the center of the channel, the main topic still remaining. So there's gonna be different types of Macedonian videos. The first one is the first kind of type, and I still am deciding which one is gonna come first, because I'm working on these other projects at the moment right now. Once I get them done, I'll then go back to Macedonia. The first one is going to be picking a specific historical figure and making sort of like a biography type video about them. Maybe there's a bit of like that. They're going to be simple videos, but I think they're going to be interesting. I think especially if they have their own memoirs and stuff like that, or even their own documentaries, I think it's that actually could work instead of reading their life summary in a Wikipedia article. I'm just saying. So there's gonna be like that. Then there's gonna be at least one video about the situation in the current day Republic of North Macedonia, and it's more like it's more of a social type kind of commentary than it is a political commentary. It's more about what's going on in society between the people rather than, the politicians, because, a lot of them, they say one thing today, they say the other tomorrow, and I found that with the Balkan politics, you're gonna have to wait a bit for the truth to come to light, essentially, and to see who was right and who was wrong. I'm just saying. So there's a bit like that, and there is going to be a video. I'm still actually deciding if this is going to be a series of videos or one single video. It's going to be It's going to be titled "Formation of the Macedonian Nation." So this is going to be sort of like a Samuel Swartz style Macedonian videos, where he went through the entire existence from the earliest inhabitants, the ancient Macedonians, through the Slavic invasions and all the empires that passed it, and then to the national revival, the whole Balkan War stuff, and then later in modern area, through Yugoslavia living and in other parts, as well. And you get the idea. It's basically that chronological order. Can I say chronological? I can say it okay. Yeah. It's gonna be in a chronological order, and he's gonna talk about how the Macedonian nation was formed. I'm still deciding whether it's going to be a series of videos or like one single larger video, because I actually forgot to mention this to you guys. Most of the videos that I will make this year are going to be a bit shorter than the ones that I normally make, because last year I made a lot of videos that are like 40 minutes long, 50 minutes long, an hour long, big stuff. So a lot of videos I'm gonna make this year are gonna be quite shorter, around, I don't know, 10 minutes or something like that. I decided like that because, first of all, those are not really topics that I can ramble about forever. It's not that much of a complex issue that I have to talk about it for like 30 minutes or an hour even, so I can get to explain everything, and analyze it completely so that everyone can understand every aspect of the issue. So there's that. And another reason is that the people that watch my channel, and that includes some of you guys, have actually told me it's better maybe to make it's much better to make a shorter video, around 10-15 minutes long, maybe even less than that, because it's easier to watch it, to digest it, rather than sit through a long video. And I see where they're coming from, and there's that kind of reason, and not because I'm just lazy and don't want to make videos. So I'm kidding a little, but yeah, that's gonna be the plan for this year with the upcoming videos. So in regards to that one, formation of the Macedonian nation, I'm still thinking whether that's gonna be an exception, and that's gonna be a longer video compared to the other videos having planned, because in regards to that formation of the Macedonian nation, the stuff that comes before the national revival, ancient Macedonians, Slavic migrations, the empire's Christianization, and then the Ottomans coming in, there's gonna be a part of the video that's not gonna be too long, and I'm gonna go through it, relatively quickly, because I don't want to go through that part like too long to give like any sort of information that is not that relevant in the formation of the nation, because I do agree that nations are formed in the 19th century. What we call the identities, really modern identities, really started to form in the early 19th century, including the Balkans. That doesn't mean we have no connection to like the previous people and all those empires that existed, but overall, that part, national revival, is going to be much longer and complex compared to the pre-Slavic arrivals in that medieval era. That's basically what I'm gonna say. So I'm thinking maybe because it's gonna be because if I pick like a topic, let's say the ancient Macedonians, and how much I'm gonna spend, like I'm not sure if I can even get to like 10 minutes for that. And then afterwards, I get to that national revival, and for that one, I'm gonna need to talk like at least 30 minutes for that to like explain everything. So to have this one part like being so short, and then this one like super long, and then make it like a series is very inconsistent, I find. So maybe that's why I'm thinking that maybe that video is going to be not a series of videos, but one larger video. That's going to be an exception because it's going to be much more consistent and therefore easier to watch and understand. So that's another plan that I have. And boy, I said a lot, didn't I? What else am I missing? So that's I can't think anything right now. I have like a lot of got a lot of stuff going around. Okay, I can say even this one. One of my viewers, I won't mention him, but he asked me if I could make a video about the Slavic Muslims in the Balkans, and he is very obsessed with that topic because he finds the lore very fascinating, and how do I say this? There's dozens of Slavic Muslim ethnic groups. There's like people who just identify as Muslims. You have the Torpeshi, the Korani, the Bosniaks, people who identify as like Croatian Muslims. There's that too. He even told me there were Slovenian Muslims, and there's a lot of like those ethnic groups. And he basically asked me to make one video where I discuss each one of them, where they're from, what language they speak. And it's gonna be a straightforward video, so nothing much to say about that. It's gonna be more like an alphabetical order, and that's kind of about it. So I think I can't think of anything else. That's pretty much everything I have planned for the main stuff. Yeah, I'm kind of lost for words for now. I think I said everything I haven't planned. I always get new ideas every once in a while because I research some stuff, and because, as you can guess, I love reading, getting informed, and then something just kind of like a light bulb above my head pops out and just says, hey, maybe maybe it'll be like a cool idea to make a video about this topic, and that kind of happens. So I'll keep you guys posted. As for maybe I can also add what I have in plan about the members only section. Well, I'm thinking about more of a personal, more like those commentary type stuff. Almost every one of my those channel members, are actually very interested in what I have to say, in regards, once again, about Bulgaria and Macedonia and what's going on there, and maybe give some commentary, about something that someone said. So want to get a bit deeper in some very niche part of the Balkan issues, then that's going to be more of something that you will see in the members only section. So if you guys want, you can even leave ideas as well. Why not? So there's that. In our news, I will also be posting sometimes some silly memes that I make in like on my Twitter and my Instagram. I don't know if you guys are not aware. I have Twitter and on Instagram. Both are you can find them easily. They're Public Nemesis Media, although the Twitter one is called Public Nemesis 96 because the media couldn't fit in the Twitter name. So so there's gonna be more of memes and some other stuff I find. I read somewhere and then I just gonna make a JPEG out of it and post it there and highlight it a bit. It's something that people do. It's not an original idea. I don't know. Everyone, it is not everyone, but there's a good part of the people on like on Facebook and stuff where they find something that someone wrote in a book and then they highlight it and they post it and like look what I found. So so there's a bit of that. There's going to be a bit of that too. Sometimes it's going to be a bit silly, that I love to get silly every once in a while, and yeah, you're going to see a bit of that too. That's all pretty much I have to say. Once again, I'd like to wish you a happy 2025. Thank you very much for listening. I will see you guys once again in the in the upcoming video, near future, whatever we want to say. So in the meantime, you guys, if you want, you can you can message me on Discord, and I have like a special video. You can comment if you want like a Discord invitation. I'll give it to you. Or if you don't have it, then you can message me anytime you want on Instagram. You can message me on Twitter. Although on Twitter you will have to like maybe comment, because apparently you have to follow them back so that you can message each other. It's weird. But and I also have a email, PublicNemesisMedia@proton.me. So even there you can. Although I would recommend the previous ones because it's so rare for me to get actual emails there that I don't even check my email inbox that often, quite to be honest with you. So yeah, you guys can contact me. I am working on new stuff, so I can't promise anything, but hopefully in this January you will be seeing new content from me, some new topics that I want to discuss, and I'm very excited to show it to the world. So thank you once again for listening. I will see you guys in the upcoming videos. God bless and goodbye.